So in this demo, what we're doing is we are allowing people to subscribe to email alerts for specific keywords. So let's say you're in a search result and then you go, oh, hey, send me email alerts when shades are added as new products. And so if you hit submit, it'll do that. Now this is a Mesa form. Let me show you a couple of these workflows. There are multiple workflows here in the mix. So here's the subscribe form, and this is using Mesa forms. The front end code is really just demo, like it obviously doesn't look very good, but you should be able to clean up the CSS for that to make her look purty. This is using our form builder. You could also use your own form builder and just hit our backend API, but that's what's going on there. So when somebody hits that, it's going to trigger this workflow. And let me just show you an example. So form submitted, it's going to subscribe to Klaviyo to a list. So in Klaviyo, we've got a Klaviyo flow set up, and then we've also got a list here. So we're subscribing to the list, but we're keeping track of the search terms on our side in our database. And let me pull that up. Pull it up, Jamie. So we're saving that here in our database. And yeah, so that's one workflow. Oh, and then let me jump in and show you the code that we're dropping in here. So this is the code, and we've got these referenced here on the blog post so that you can drop these in. This is the code for the search page. We're just dropping the form in there, and you'll want to paste in your own form code, which, man, I am really jumping around today. There's several moving parts here, but you can embed the code, so you can copy it there, or you can just open it up directly. But so you'd want to grab the embed code and drop it in here. And then, so that's going to add them to the list, and it's going to save the search term in our database. And then the other workflow, here's the one that's going to actually send the Klaviyo events, which is going to trigger the emails. So when a product is created, and we should probably change this to product listing added, so that instead of just happening whenever the product is created, it could happen when you publish the product to, let's say, your online store or sales channel. So we should be able to add that. It's one of the new webhooks we got to add in, product listing added. We're going to grab the saved search terms, loop over them, see if the search term matches this particular product, and then we're going to fire this Klaviyo event, which I think is called, and it's like we're using a metric here. You got to create a custom metric. And then on the flow side, once you create a custom metric, you can trigger off of it. And what we're passing in there is we're passing the email. And then I believe we are also passing the product title in. We probably also want to add in the product URL, product image, so that your email could pull those in. But so that's the trigger. That's the email. One thing to keep in mind when testing, this is going to default to be on, skip emailing recent profiles, smart sending. So you might need to turn that off when you're testing in particular. But then the actual email contents, if we open this up, we'll show you how to pull those template variables in. So basically it's just like this, event.product. So basically anything you pass in here, this key value, you can access that as event.this within the Klaviyo flow. So you could put in, again, an image, a product URL on this shop now link, all that kind of stuff. So that's how the email works, and you can use any of Klaviyo's email templates. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You're triggering on that, and then you're sending out that email. We already looked at the lists there, and also we're going to show these on the account page. So save search alerts, and I'll show you the code for that here. Oh, is this it? Okay. Customer account. This is showing like the tablet view because I have my browser a little smaller. Anyway, so here's this code, which again, I have here on the blog post, and you can just paste this in. It's basically hitting another workflow that we have, which is return JSON, and then it's just outputting that and giving you a delete link. So here is the web request workflow it's hitting for that, which is just grabbing the saved searches for that particular account, and then it's just formatting them in a way that it can pull into the JSON. And then you've got a delete here. This is just opening a link to a URL to do the delete, but you probably want to have, again, you probably want to have a front-end developer make this look a little better, and then you want to have a nice Ajax delete function there. But I'm showing basically all the API endpoints that you can hit there. Yeah, so that shows you those search alerts, and you can manage them, you can delete them, you can add new ones, and then here's the delete endpoint that fires off this workflow to actually delete them. So that's pretty much it. I know I jumped around a ton, but you can find this over here on the blog post. It may actually make more sense just going through here because you see the pages there, you see the different workflows. You can download those workflows. But yeah, so it's pretty an advanced use case for sure. But it was cool to be able to do this all within Mesa. If you need any help setting that up, feel free to let us know.